Check, check. All right, we are live now. All right, there we go. Now
Alrighty.
everybody can hear us. All right, since you couldn't hear anything we said, we had a lot of difficulties tonight, and the computer was updating, so we just dove in here, and we're gonna take it as it goes here. So we are on actually game 3.
Yes. The Warlock was the on the last game.
Get that updated here in a second. So, yeah. So ACU has won with their. It's going to do a transition here, but that's okay.
Yep.
All right, ACU on game 3. They've won their first 2 games with Shaman. The first game was a Shaman mirror match, where they won with by completing the OTK combo with the big dude that summons all of your gives you all of your corrupted cards, and then Bolner. The second match was a Warlock versus Shaman match, and they managed to burn through their deck and pull off dropping Tamsin, so that they took all of the damage for them tonight. The opposing team has their Shaman. They also brought tonight, though, they brought basically a similar lineup. Looks like so.
Okay.
I believe ACU banned out their Druid, their Warlock, so they've got Shaman, Paladin, and Druid as their options. They've been sticking with the Shaman, trying to get a win there. But here we are in game 3.
All right.
All right, so let's talk about the game that's actually going on instead of talking about the stuff that everybody happened to miss. Give you some audio there. There you go. Okay, so what's going on here? We've got some stuff on the board, and so Libram Paladin. It's not like you're building towards combos or anything. It's a matter of playing what you got with you. Mm-hmm. I kind of expect to see Wisdom. Well,
yeah, they might as well play it
with the Wisdom on the Trog. Where do you stick that Wisdom?
I would have put it on the Trog, but it looks like it's gonna make their big thing even bigger.
You put it on the Trog. The Trog is gonna die. Basically, the Trog is a hit me first target.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And they're
not
going to. So a corrupted dunk tank probably is what we'll see here.
Okay,
they're coining something out. Okay, so they're taking advantage of it to give themselves a nice big
using the coin will make another one, which will make their creature even bigger there. That is interesting.
Okay, so if I'm ACU here, I've got 5/6 here with Divine Shield. I could drop it, give it Rush. I would have to Devout Pupil, Animated Broomstick, and Hand of a Doll, or a second Broomstick to clear off the 8/8.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd still be left with a 5/6 taunt on the board. Actually, they could Devout Pupil, Hand of a Doll, the Devout Pupil, and then drop an Animated Broomstick, the 1/1 even.
Yeah.
And that'll give them a clear on the 8/8 without significant losses on board.
Quickly.
Hate this at all.
No.
It's not so they can't clear it with a dunk tank or anything. Okay, so they're gonna use the same battle cry.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Tell ACU, hey, can you do that again? And I don't think the answer is yes. Anymore,
I would not think so.
But I don't hate going ahead with the Lightforged Cariel here. It's not going to clear anything, but they could run themselves into the 3/4, and basically they're taking half damage the rest of this game.
Yeah.
Doing a quick sanity check on that. The Shaman deck that was brought is not running Snake. So
Okay.
The what is it, Viper?
Yeah.
First drop Viper. So there's some decks that tech that in, which is especially good against Lightforged Curiel. So it's going to be a sacrifice of that 7/7 there. But one of the nice things is the 2 damage that's done means that while it'll clear the 7/7, they have to sacrifice. I don't know. So looking through their deck list real quick, I don't see anything that stands out that provides direct buffs to minions. This deck is really about control until it can execute the final play.
Yeah.
Now I'll say, okay, so I have to mention because it is noticeable. It is notable. Okay, so that's a good way that they can clear off a dunk tank, and then 1 in. That'll let them target off this other Curiel here. There are Curiels all over the place.
Yeah.
Or they're just gonna swing
Just
in, deal
swing
some
face.
5 damage. Okay, so Barav would be a clear here, but it's gonna clear their own minions as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So they've got a 6/6 broomstick. They could drop the broomstick, give it drop the True Seeker while you're at it anyways. Then broomstick and Libram of Wisdom, which will clear off the 9/7, and then they can drop the Libram of Wisdom on something else that'll gonna go face.
Okay. Interesting.
So so that's not. I don't hate that.
Yeah. No, that's not bad.
Because I think what they're wanting to do here is save the broomstick for Barav, so that if they get a wide board, they've got an easy clear. Now the question is this 4/4 going face, or is this 4/4 going into that 2/3?
I think it should go face.
So
maybe not.
Conventional wisdom says clear board because you never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point they need to do damage to face.
Right.
That said, they've not pulled out any of their super massive tricks. So they've not pulled out like their big Librams. Is it Libram of Hope?
Yeah, I believe that is the one.
Still got a lot up their sleeves. That said, it doesn't matter how much health they have, how far they go. At a certain point, they lose to the OTK.
Yes, so they do have to make sure that they deal enough damage before that can happen. Okay.
Now, you have to be careful with killing off Tyrion. Is that Tyrion? No, Talon. Tyrion's cousin or brother or something like that. Because they know now that Yasharaj is now in the hand.
Okay.
And so in one turn, even they could see game over. In fact, this Circus Medic is almost indicating as much.
Yeah.
If they've got Bolner, Lightning Bloom, and Yasharaj in their hand, it's game over.
Yeah.
And now, at this point, I don't know if there's anything you can do about that.
Yeah, you just don't have enough damage to face to prevent that.
And unfortunately, so in the last match that we didn't see, their Warlock, which was just did a great job. They were able to alter a fire or something like that. which destroys the top 3 of both decks. They were able to kill off their Bolner before they ever drew it.
That's
which was really helpful.
That is
they don't have that option here.
Yeah.
They don't even have what would be really great right now is if they had the Mutinous, Eat Yashiraj or Bolner. But they're not running that in this deck because it's not that great in this deck. So you don't want to drop Barav here because it's so much.
Yeah.
So I feel yeah, you drop your 1/2, swing into face. You've got
And hope.
you're technically threatening lethal. They're making space here. We're gonna see the OTK. Yep. Bolner, Lightning Bloom, Yashiraj. And they're going to take longer to do it because every time they're supposed to do 4 damage, they're going to do 2 damage. Maybe they'll run out of time. I don't know. Seems unlikely. Now, both of so the Dunk Tank and the Circus Medic are both important to this combo because your Circus Medic is going to do damage and then reproc it. But at a certain point, if they've got enough health, you need to be able to Dunk Tank your own Circus Medics so that you can play more Circus Medics.
Yeah. But that is going to do it.
Yep. So we will go over to game number 4.
Yep. Unfortunate loss there, but I always enjoy watching Libram Paladin. I don't know why, but it's one of my favorite decks.
Oh, I enjoy playing Libram Paladin a lot too.
So I'm glad that this is the one we get to watch after all those technical difficulties. And I'm not complaining about watching more, even though they were looking for a win there.
Yeah. I mean, we're always looking for a win, but we've got 2 more opportunities to do so. So remaining for the UCSB is going to be their Paladin or their Druid deck is what they're going to be able to pull out tonight.
Which one of those do you think has the higher advantage or more likely to win against Libra Paladin?
So if I'm them, I think maybe what I do is I start with the Paladin, get yourself a nice clean mirror, and then hopefully close it out with your last one.
Okay.
Apparently, we did not ban their Druid; we banned their Warlock.
Okay.
Or yeah, I mean, apparently we didn't ban it in their Warlock; we banned their Druid.
Okay.
Or their Paladin. We banned. I don't know what we banned anymore.
That's fair.
So let's take a look. They're playing against a Warlock.
Interesting.
There's not even a rogue to blame it on, so.
All right.
I think they may be double checking because I think they did ban the Warlock. I think that's what they told me they were going to ban. And so they may be having a conversation saying, hey, we banned the Warlock. If that's the case, I think they take a loss.
Interesting. Yeah, because they are not.
Yeah, they didn't bother with the. Okay.
Okay.
Yay! There's a win. Okay.
All right, that works.
Taste this back here. Yeah, I believe that they've got the Paladin and the Druid remaining. And they may be checking into rules. So we'll give them a second to look into rules because it may be that the rules state that if they play a deck that's been banned. In fact, let me see if I can pull those rules.
Yep.
All right. So they each have to ban. Let's see.
Mhm.
So if a player incorrectly selects a banned or eliminated class, selects a class they did not register for the tournament, or being observed or broadcast selects a different class than they locked in advance, so that's they get an infraction.
Okay.
And so I think they have to talk to somebody and talk to the tournament organizers and get a result.
Okay. It'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
what the ruling is there.
Okay, we're going to go to a brief break while we figure out what's going on. So
All
stick
right.
around, and we'll let you know as soon as we get back. Okay, we are back, and we have some information. We did some digging into the rules, and if you play a class that hasn't been banned, you lose. You get an infraction, which is usually a loss of that match, unless or a win for that hero, unless it is the last hero. And the idea is that you might get an advantage, like if you accidentally play. Say, I'm going to queue up my one of these classes, and then it's a mind game of, okay, now I know what class you were gonna play, so what class do I want to play that might counter that?
Right.
But since they're on their last game, their last hero remaining, there's no extra information gained, and so it looks like it's gonna be just play it through. So
Alrighty.
it looks like they are actually already diving in here. So it will be that Paladin mirror match that we talked about.
Alrighty. Let's see. They already have an Aldor attendant. The Knight of Anointment. That's pretty good for your starting hand.
All right. I'm just looking to see what differences there are between their deck and our deck. They are effectively identical.
Effectively identical?
Effectively identical. In fact, I
All
think
right.
they are more than effectively identical. I think they are actually straight up identical.
Interesting.
All right, so looking at the Trog here, that will require them to. I'll have to play out some minions here. If they play that spell that they just drew, that's going to increase Trogs on board. So provides a little bit of a defense against playing out those Trogs. So what they are going to do is they're going to go ahead and pull out the Rush. That's actually really nice to draw that early. It means that it is out of the way, and I'll trade a Trog early game for a broomstick.
Definitely.
So I think you Knight of Anointment here,
And then probably...
and then Attendant.
Yeah.
I mean,
then
let's
Attendant
just
after that.
make our board look like theirs board. We said this was a mirror match, guys. The alternative here is to coin out the Banana Man.
Are they going to?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. You've got 3 minions that can absolutely take advantage of it in the future. And I mean, having a rushing banana broomstick.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Well, and you especially like Banana Man when you get a Blade Master Samuro out there. Like a buffed Samuro is a buffed Samuro is best Samuro. That's not really a great pull. So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what holy spells we have available to us.
Okay.
Hey, why don't we make that one cheaper and then put it on something? I can see the future. You don't rush here. This is not a threat.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean,
if they build this up to become a threat, that's what Barav is for. The Barav broomstick is so valuable, you don't want to throw away a broomstick. You don't want to pull a UCSB and throw away a broomstick. Actually, I say that. Trogs, especially with Libra and Pally, Trogs can be pretty dangerous. So the question is, where does the Libram land? Do you sacrifice the 2/2 by buffing up and getting a 3/5 that's harder to kill? Or do you buff it up to be a 3/3 that's harder to kill? I think you put it on the 2/2.
I think so as well.
Have 2 things, because right now that would make it to where both things require multiple things to stay.
Or not?
They disagree with me, and that's acceptable.
I think in this scenario it doesn't make too much of a difference. but
So I guess not. The advantage is simply a matter of how many resources do they have to spend to get rid of it. Right now, he has to expend a 2/1 to get rid of the 2/2. Otherwise, he would have had to expend a 2/1 and a 1/1. Now, that said, they have a taller 3/5 here that's going to be even harder.
yeah. Going in for some quick damage
And
there.
now that I think about it a little more, if they did the other way, then that provides, I think, maybe more opportunity to take advantage of the Librum of Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Not getting a whole lot of really great stuff here. I mean, having a 5/6 is exciting and all, but I think you just send it face.
I think so, yeah. There's nothing really specifically good to do right there, so might as well.
I'm going to throw the pocket.
Okay. So the question of the day is, well, it's answered. I was gonna say, is it Samuro time? But the answer is no.
So
Okay.
you have 2 noble mounts here.
Yeah, I think you swing in and then you noble not it again. So you got this
Yeah, I
big
think,
thing with Divine Shield. I don't hate that.
yeah, no, it's definitely very threatening on the board.
They're popping it. What are they gonna do with it? Okay, so they're gonna pull out the Librum of Hope.
It's pretty early in the game for that, but
Trying to think what you might do here. So Barav will take down your own guy,
yeah.
which is less than ideal. But you could
use the broom to pop the shield if you think that's worth it.
Yeah, so I think if you do that, you're gonna Barav Room and then Devout Pupil.
Okay.
Maybe.
I do love a study session.
Okay, so they're gonna
Reporting for duty.
use the broom. Oh no, they're gonna use the 1/1 to pop.
Okay. Creating the horses that now have rush, or no, they don't have rush anymore. They don't have rush because the broom came out.
Yes, before. Okay, I think that's all in all not terrible.
No, they still have definitely an
Setting up a
advantage.
good potential for useful carryall next turn. And you know, getting carryall out provides opportunity for an even nicer Samuro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's their second broom.
That is their second broom and their second Librum of Hope.
Interesting.
All right, so now you don't have a broom, but
Yeah.
you do have. See here.
You could brawl without the broom
You could Barav
just to get rid
and
of
then
the...
Samuro to kill. Well, no, you don't need that. You could just Barav.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah. Just to get rid of the 8/8.
Yep.
Our hardships only strengthen our resilience.
Okay.
Okay, so they're gonna say, nah. I think I'll Barav another day. I mean, so they gain 5 armor, they take 4 damage.
not the
Assuming they
worst.
leave the horses in play.
I'm running out of time.
There's no reason to run those horses into anything.
No.
Or
I-
attack it.
I definitely would not.
And that gives them a little more, a few more options in the future. I mean, theoretically, if they pull another broomstick, Barov becomes more helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Our hardships only strengthen our resilience.
Okay.
They're gonna do 5 damage here. Okay, snap pick. Let's do it.
themselves against me.
Fill this hand out. 1
Love
damage. So they've used a lot of their big resources. Now they still have Lady Leandrin available, which is that'll be the big one, right?
Mhm.
Where Leandrin will give them their hopes back.
They also have not used their Barov yet.
Correct. And they're buffing things in their hand, just like we're going to be doing. I think at this point you're going to want to make sure you're hero powering every turn.
Mm-hmm.
For the alliance of my family.
All right, they're going to clear off Varian here.
Okay. Oh?
Okay, so I think you still Cariel here, right? So
I think so, yeah.
she can take out the other Cariel. Another option, you've got 1 wisdom in hand. Another option would be to Saburo. Drop the wisdom and then put a pupil in play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With a frog behind it too.
That is a big...
I mean, all right, so they're gonna go with Cariel. Looks like.
Running out of time.
And so yeah, they can pupil, and then pupil and Trog, and clear off the 3/2.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't hate that.
Nope. Okay.
To see what they do here to try and make up from some of the board presence.
Yep. So it looks like they're Okay.
Really? That
okay.
is-
Time for ACU to take advantage.
Yeah.
That said, what does that tell us, right? Like, it's like, okay, we just did this thing.
I feel like
Are you setting me up for something for next turn?
right.
So do I Libram of Hope, or do I Truth Seeker here? So they explicitly popped the shield, which means that they're not prepared for. So putting a Libram of Hope says I've got another thing with a shield. So I don't think you Banana Man. I think you Libram of Hope here, because it's Libram of Hope gets you healing and a big thing, or is Aldor Truth Seeker. But what are you going to combo with it? You don't have enough to play anything else, so you might as well and the True Seeker doesn't have Divine Shield. So I feel like they're setting up for a Barav, and I don't want to walk into it.
Okay, they are going to leave Room of Hope.
That said, the 8/8 will still leave a Barav as an option.
Mm-hmm. But they don't have any more brooms, so they can't.
Oh, that's true. They don't have brooms. That is an excellent point.
Yes, I don't
How
know.
so they could Barav, but they could Barav and run Sumuro into something if he's big enough. And maybe that's what they've been doing, is setting up for a massive Sumuro. Because if he's their only minion for some reason, which seems unlikely.
Not if.
All right,
yeah,
so they're
well,
they're popping it again. Looked like they might have been.
Huh.
Interesting. Either they have absolutely nothing, or they're being entirely brilliant.
Yeah.
Running out of time.
There's not really much middle ground here.
I feel like they don't have much.
Don't say that, because they're gonna pull out. Maybe.
Well, here's the
So
thing.
what do they do? What can they do? So, Barav, Sumuro.
Okay.
Okay, so there's Barav, and comboed with Sumuro. Okay, so that's what they were trying to set up. And then they put some wisdoms out.
Okay. I was wrong. They had something.
Yeah, but nothing insurmountable, I think. I mean, we could theoretically just pull the same shenanigans.
Yeah. The only problem with that is that our Battle Master isn't as big as theirs.
No, but we don't need it to be, because we Barav and then we run Samuro into the Devout Pupil to proc the rush,
Yeah.
or the frenzy, and then that will. You want to do that anyways. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We liked your idea. We're going to use it against you. And that'll give the swing across.
Yeah, because they didn't need to pop the shield first at all.
Correct. Because Samuro did it. In fact, the last folks didn't need.
Yeah.
Which they didn't. They didn't pop
They
it
didn't
that time,
on that
yeah.
second time? Okay.
I think they were trying to get a straight Samuro play without Barav, and then we put up the other Divine Shield, which required them to pull out Barav.
Yeah.
All right, they're starting to run down to fumes here.
Saddle up.
Okay.
Oh.
If I Lady Lee Andrin, I'm gonna start getting all my wisdoms, my hopes. So I ideally want to play a second hope before I drop a Leandrin, right?
Yeah, but you definitely can't do that on the same turn.
No, of course. So do I Banana Man, Hero Power, Truth Seeker?
Light guide
That
my
puts
patience.
big taunt in the way.
Yeah.
Or do I leave Room of Hope here? Leave Room of Hope and Hero Power?
Time.
Okay, Hero Power.
I'm going to throw the poker.
So I've got a big taunt in the way that you can't kill in one shot. I'm gonna go ahead and even take 6 damage to pop the shield. So the question is, did they just pull Lady Leandrin? Survey says no. That is good news.
That is very good news.
So kill off the taunt, Lady Leandrin, and load up some wisdoms So okay, how many wisdoms can I? So let's say I get a full hand of wisdom. That's 7 wisdoms. So that's 7 I can add to these 2 things that can attack. So that's 10, 17 total. That's not enough to do that much damage or to take him out. I don't not mind the Libram of Hope.
On the big taunt.
Aldor tended to drop the cost of Libram of Hope. Okay.
Running out of
you know.
time.
Or
Yeah, I don't know that that's relevant. Keep it so you can buff it later, maybe.
yeah, I guess.
And so we don't need to do damage. We're just gonna keep our massive board and take away yours.
You're 1 horse.
Okay, so they've got
I cannot wait.
their next big thing is Lady Leandrin. They've got a devout pupil that can be put in the way.
Okay, they did draw a creature
I do
or a minion.
Okay, so there's the devout pupil. I don't have. So I still have a. We still have a latent room of wisdom in the deck.
Yeah, because we've only had 1 the entire
That said,
game.
we're running on fumes in terms of how many cards we have in our deck.
Mm-hmm.
So we do need to be a little careful.
The answer is
I-
here.
I think you go ahead and play the answer.
I think you're right.
We only got 1 Libram of Hope back? Was our hand just too big? Was that what the problem
I
was?
think so. I think
Okay.
that's what's going on.
Running out of time.
laser light.
I'm almost out of cards.
Okay, that's going to be 5 and 7. Oh, all right.
All right.
I don't think we really had lethal there, but I don't think they had any real good options to come back from.
Here's the thing. I think we could have, if they had played the broom to get Leandra. No, that's rush, not charge.
So I
Never
think
mind.
we could have had lethal there based on that if they had, instead of dumping things on the 8/8 with Divine Shield, if they dropped it on Barav, used Barav to kill it off, which would have killed Barav, but given you back the Librams that you used so that you can then play them and have the extra. That's a lot of math that you have to
Yeah.
do really, really, really fast.
Yeah, and when you only have so much time to both
either
think
way,
and play.
That is it. ACU will take the win 3-1, and we will not have. They will not have a match on Thursday. The Thursday match has been delayed till next Monday, which means we get to cast it and we get to see it here.
Awesome.
And so that will be the last match. If they win that, I'm pretty sure they are set for being able to go to playoffs. If they lose that, it's questionable.
Okay. What is their current?
So they are currently at this point. They have played 7 matches and they are 5-2. So they have
Okay.
won 5 and lost 2 matches.
It's pretty good.
Their first loss was round 1, where they lost to the Carleton Ravens. Carleton Ravens, last I checked, are currently top of the ladder. They have lost 0 games.
Wow.
And I think it was a rank 78 legend. That means like in the entire North American region, this person is number 78.
Okay. Yeah. I can.
They are playing on a regular basis against people who get paid to play Hearthstone.
Right.
They may even have been a professional player themselves. So, I can accept those losses.
Those are understandable losses. Yeah.
But yeah, so ACU on a good streak right now, and hopefully we'll see that next time.
Yep.
In the meantime, smash on Friday,
Mhm.
as usual. And so until next week, go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.